Today's perennial partner is licorice. Now, most people wouldn't think that you could grow licorice here in Zone 3 in Winnipeg, but you can. And yes, I mean that type of licorice, the kind like licorice tea. So it's actually a really wonderful multifunctional plant. It's hiding over here by the kiwi. So it's these taller ones here. This one growing out of the thyme. And then some of these other ones here over by the echinacea. These ones here. So it's a beautiful plant, and it's a nitrogen fixer, just like all of the legumes, things like that. So it actually enhances the soil fertility, and it's actually a very good pioneer plant. So we've had this plant for, I don't know, let's say 8 years, something like that, maybe a little more, a little less. And it's tended to spread now after about the first 5 years. The first 5 years it just kind of sat where it was, and now it's spread. You can see there's a little bit sneaking off over there. We've pulled lots of it out of the pathway here, so you hear some growing there out of the pathway. There's a little bit poking there. And so I would say that this is a pretty unaggressive spreading plant. So it will spread, but it's easy to manage. And the nice thing about that is that basically you plant it where you want it, and then anywhere it spreads from there is your harvest. So we've done the same thing in the backyard, and it's spread all into the wood chip paths. So this is again one of the functions of these wood chip paths, is not only as a pathway and a water storage site, etc. We grow some mushrooms in there, but also as a licorice site. So what we'll do with that licorice is we'll harvest it at any point, when it starts getting in the way. Here's some growing in the patio over here. And then we'll take it and just rip off the foliage and leave the root, wash it a little bit perhaps, and then chop it up while it's still green is a nice way to do it. And then dry it up and use that for tea all through the winter. Here's some more licorice there by the white post. You can see there's a few spots of it here growing up in the trail. So when we're ready, we'll harvest those yet too. Wonderful plant. Adds fertility, nice medicinal, tastes great. And the neighbor's using power tools.